Welcome to Super Elite Entertainment. This show is brought to you by Aces Bail Bond, Yasmin Khan, Quick Response 24/7, Easy Payment 203-257-6228. Ramirez Spanish Restaurant specializing in seafood y churrasco. Spark City Smoke and Vape Shop located at 815 Lafayette Boulevard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Evolution Sports Bar and Cafe, located at 1279 North Avenue in Bridgeport. Bridgeport Auto Glass, 1227 Barnum Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Visit www.bridgeportautoglassshop.com. And finally, Moran Insurance Agencies, protecting your future. Call 203-864-6232 or visit www.moraninsuranceenagencies.com. All right, and welcome you guys to Live with Jason and Gio. We're broadcasting from
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
From Bridgeport, Connecticut, man, and I'm excited tonight, you guys. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you, the viewing audience. If it's not for you tuning in on a weekly basis, we would not be able to do what we do.
Yes.
Tonight, we're excited, Gio. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because we have
pumped up.
We have a legend that's going to be joining us tonight.
Yes, a legend, and MLB Major Leagues, Las Ligas Mayores de Baseball.
That's right. And our guest tonight is Ed Figueroa, and he is a former Major League Baseball player. He played on the Yankees. He played on the Cardinals. What else? What other teams did he play on?
The A's.
He played on the Oakland A's.
California Angels.
And I believe, I think when he first started his career, he was signed by the New York Mets, if I'm not mistaken. But Ed is going to be joining us virtually all the way from Puerto Rico. What town in Puerto Rico is he located in right now?
Él está en estos momentos, vive en Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, y nos va a dar un poco de ese calorcito de nuestra isla del encanto.
How awesome is that, man? So I don't know about you, Gio, but this is going to be a good time, and I'm excited to have Ed joining us on the virtual hot seat. Amazing career he had playing in the Major League Baseball. Yeah, he played in the 70s. And I think he played to what? Into the 80s. I mean, I got to ask him that question.
Last year was 81.
81?
I believe so, but we're going to have him. We could ask him.
The amazing thing is he's Boricua. He has 2 World Series championship rings. You know, something similar to the ring that you have.
He got 2 of these. You know?
Yep, he has 2 of those rings. And
the most important thing,
can that record be broken? Probably not, because it's not this. Yeah, they're not doing it at the level that Ed did it. So we gotta ask Ed how he even feels about the current baseball status and you know the condition that the sport is in right now and all the players and all that. But you guys, listen, if you're watching this live broadcast from Bridgeport, Connecticut, I'm gonna kindly ask you to please click that share button and share this live broadcast onto your timeline. What do you think, Gio?
I think they should do all our social media and all the kids, young kids, young adults, everybody that love baseball. They should be tuning in with us tonight and hear from a legend what he have to say for them.
That's right. So listen, if you have kids who are aspiring to be a baseball player, you know, there's a lot of kids. Matter of fact, Gio, you're an umpire. You umpire kids playing T-ball all the way up into the ranks of what? The senior league, whatever it is.
Senior league, 18, 19 años de edad, yes.
And I guarantee you that a good portion of them want to be Major League Baseball players.
Yes.
But we have Ed Figueroa, who comes from, you know, from that background. He had the dream, he had the passion, he had the desire to stand on the mound in Yankee Stadium. And can you imagine, Gio? the feeling he felt when he put on the blue pinstripes, the pinstripes for the first time. That's big, man.
That's huge. That's huge. Y le vamos a preguntar qué se sintió ser, y tenemos muchas preguntas para él esta noche.
That's right. So we have Ed Figueroa on standby all the way in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with the legend, Ed Figueroa. How do you feel about that, Gio? You good?
I feel good, man. I'm pumped up. I mean, I don't know cómo pude dormir. O sea, esta es mi primera entrevista. A lo que están viendo, mi primera entrevista, y es una entrevista a una de las leyendas más grandes que ha tenido el béisbol de los Estados Unidos y de la bolita del mundo.
That's also for your very first interview.
Yes.
You're going to interview a Major League Baseball player.
Yes.
I think my first interview was with a Major League professional boxer. So yeah, so we're even.
We talk.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back momentarily. Lo fuimos.
Thank you for being with us.
Are you in good hands? In the Moran Insurance Agency, we are here to protect your future.
Come on, guys, join me. Let me show you around. It's all about protecting what's important to you. The Moran agencies are here to protect your future. We are here to build a wall of protection around you and your family.
From your auto and life retirement, the Moran Insurance Agency has you back. To protect your family from mayhem, please visit us at moraninsuranceagencies.com.
Or give us a call at 203-864-6232.
All right, Gio. So we're back from our commercial break. And we have no other than Edward Figueroa joining us. Figueroa. Let me get it right. Figueroa, get it right. So, yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So let me just make sure that I got everything ready to go here. I want to be able to pull the living legend into the conversation. So you guys, listen. Without further ado, I want to present to you, and I want to read this statement that I have right here really quick before I bring them in. All right. So Edward Figueroa Padilla is a former Major League professional baseball player. He was listed as 6'1". It's pretty big.
Sí, alto.
190 pounds during his career.
Wow.
Figueroa batted and threw right-handed. He was born in Ciales, Puerto Rico. What else here? Ed played for the California Angels, New York Yankees, Texas Rangers, Oklahoma A's.
Yes.
And his major league, this is the impressive part that I like. His stats. These are his stats, okay? He has 80 wins, 67 losses. He earned his ERA average was 3.51. He has a strikeout ratio of 571, and his career highlights are two-time World Series champion, 1977, 1978 with the New York Yankees. Y es Boricua, Latino.
Tú lo sepas.
And here he is, joining us all the way directamente de Puerto Rico, Edward Figueroa. How you doing, my brother?
Muy bien. Gracias por la invitación para estar con ustedes esta noche en esta entrevista desde Puerto Rico, que está haciendo una calor inmensa aquí.
Well, listen, all that calor that you have going on over there, please send it this way because we need it, brother.
Necesitamos esa calor aquí en este estado.
But Ed, first of all, on behalf of Super Elite Entertainment, on behalf of myself and my co-host Giovanni Alvarez, I want to thank you for this great opportunity to be able to have you live on our show all the way from Puerto Rico, man. I am so humbled and so honored to have a legend from the Major League Baseball player, two-time world champion on our network tonight, man. So, thank you for the opportunity.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Ed, let's just jump right into it. I mean, you want me to start with the questions or you, Gio? What do you want to do?
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, so let's start off. You had an amazing career in the Major League Baseball. As I stated already, two-time world champion. You played on some of the biggest leagues in the industry in the history of Major League Baseball. And 1977, 1978, you played for the New York Yankees. You took the mound. you put the uniform on, pinstripes. My first question for you is, Ed, what was that feeling like after all the years of working so hard, after all the failures? Because I know that you got injured, you went and spent a year in Vietnam, you spent some time out there in the war, you came back and you recovered, you bounced back, resilience, and you were able to capture your dream of being a Major League Baseball player. What was that moment like when you stepped on the mound in Yankee Stadium in New York City with the Bronx Bombers and you threw that first pitch in pinstripes? What was that like?
Well, I remember when I was in California, playing for California, I was traded to the New York Yankees in 1975, in December 1975, from California to New York. And I was looking forward to that in spin training. When I went to spin training in 1976, I mean, like you said, I mean, just to have the uniform, to see the uniform, Yankee uniform, to have it on and pitch the first game in spin training against the Atlanta Braves. That was great. I mean, that was unbelievable. Great feeling.
Wow, I can't even imagine, man, because you know, I mean, I grew up playing softball. Softball is nothing, but I can't imagine being able to stand on the mound at Yankee Stadium, 55,000 people yelling, Figueroa, Figueroa, Figueroa. I mean, it must be an amazing feeling, man.
1976, when I went there, my first game of the year was against Milwaukee. Milwaukee was the weather there was about 35 degrees, and that was too cold for me. So I wasn't able. Yeah, really, I wasn't able to pitch good there. we came to New York to play the Twins, the Minnesota Twins. So the weather was about 57, 60, and that was great. And when I got in that mountain, Yankee Stadium, for the first time, I went over there and beat the Minnesota Twins 9-0 in 3-hitter. It was a 3-hitter. My first game with the New York Yankees. And after that, I feel so good about it that every time that I went there every 5-6 days to pitch, I feel like I'm like winning every game that I pitch.
Wow. O sea, que tú entraste a esa franquicia de los Yankees a lo que ibas, a ganar.
Ganar.
De una.
Definitivo. Mi deseo en grande. Yo he tenido la dicha desde que era menor, pequeño, de las pequeñas ligas, de que siempre fui un ganador pichando en pequeñas ligas, en la Liga Baby Ruth, en Clase A, en Puerto Rico, Doble en Puerto Rico, en Winter League, Caribbean Series, minor leagues, in professional minor leagues. Always I was a winner, pitching, always. So I got that on mind, and when I get to the big league, I was able to go to California in 1975, and I won 16 games for California. That was the last place team. That was a bad team, but I was able to go over there and won 16 games for them. So that was the reason the New York Yankees trained me, and I went to New York, and I have better years in New York.
You know, and it's interesting because when you were drafted to the New York Yankees, you were drafted with someone else. Who was that you were drafted with?
Well, Mickey Rivers came with me.
Yeah, so you went with Mickey Rivers, and when you went over to the Yankees, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
Most people didn't expect for you to perform the way you did. You became the Yankees ace. You became like the go-to pitcher in the team.
Yes.
I mean, that wasn't expected. What did that make you feel like?
Well, a lot of people, I remember they were talking in the newspaper in New York. You know how it's New York, the writers. I mean,
Sí.
they're unbelievable. And they were talking about it. The reason for the trade for Bobby Bond was Mickey Rivers, but they put Figueroa in there. Even that I won 16 games with the California Angels the year before. And I read that, I said, wow, that is unbelievable. Anyway, I went to the mound, like I said before. I start pitching, I start winning, and everybody sweep it up, Then they start, they start talking about me better, that I was a great pitcher, that I was a good player for the New York Yankees, and that is the way baseball goes in New York.
Wow.
So tú calladito, dejaste que ellos hablaran y tú calladito hiciste el trabajo y te ganaste la franquicia.
Tranquilo, yo era un lanzador que que iba a lanzar. Si tú ves en video un juego mío, yo nunca estaba de esos lanzadores que se pasan mirando a los fans, se pasan mirando para todas partes como los locos. Yo no, la forma mía de lanzar era el bateador y yo, y Monson, el sector. Yo no sabía ni quién estaba al lado mío ni nada. Y esa era la forma mía de lanzar, concentración todo el tiempo, y por eso con lo que tenía, con la forma de pitcher, pude ayudar a los Yankees a ganar 3 campeonatos de la Liga Americana y 2 series mundiales, y fui el lanzador más ganador del equipo durante 3 años.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, man. And you know, how fast were you able to throw the ball? I was just wondering, what was your highest pitch?
Well,
Your fastest pitch?
People say that I didn't throw hard, but what they know, you know. I was I was throwing when I feel good. I was throwing 92, 93, but I didn't.
Nice.
But I didn't like it. When I was pitching, I wanted to throw 89, 90 because when I was throwing 89, 90, I was able to concentrate more because I know that I don't have a good fastball, but I was moving my single ball, my breaking ball, and my location was better. When I was in 93, because I feel so strong, I tried to just to throw the fastball by the hitter and just was a mess. But pitching every 4 days, throwing 89, 90, well, I was a better pitcher.
Wow. Okay. What was your greatest strikeout? What was the biggest player you ever struck out and made him sit right back down?
Jeez, que vino al plato y tú dijiste, a este me lo voy a llevar, yo lo voy a ponchar.
Ajá.
Yo tuve 2 jugadores, especialmente Reggie Jackson, cuando estaba en Oakland.
Wow, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson era un personaje.
Okay.
Y él creía que, tú sabes, estaba arriba y los demás abajo. Entonces yo me enfrenté en Oakland a él. Y de 3 turnos lo ponché 2 veces cuando daba California. En una le tiré una recta esquina adentro que el árbitro cantó 3, lo ponché y él se enojó, empezó a tirar la arena en el plato, a gritar y a hacer un montón de cosas. Tú sabes, hacer un show. Then when I went,
being Reggie Jackson, él era being Reggie Jackson.
Yeah. Then when I went, then in Boston, when I pitched in Boston again Boston, Carl Jastrenki, left-hander hitter. He was a great hitter.
Wow.
And I want to get him the same way. I got the same feeling now with Reggie. I want to get this guy out. And I did the same thing. I threw him the same pitch as Reggie Jackson, struck him out. And what happened? He did the same thing that Reggie did in Oakland. He was throwing dirt all over the place. I mean, unbelievable. That was a great moment for me.
Wow.
Wow. That must have been a good feeling.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Gio.
No,
I was wondering, every player has a rival. Every player in the major league, there's always someone that you don't like or get along with. So who would that player be for you?
Well,
like, for example, Mike Piazza didn't like what's the name of the pitcher?
Clemens.
Roger Clemens, yeah. So did you ever had a situation like that in your career?
Well, I got a guy. Yes, I got a guy. He played for the Kansas City Royals, George Brett. Even though that he was a nice guy, he was a great hitter, and that was the problem. That he was a great hitter, and I wasn't able to get him out. I think that he went 12 for 12 against me the first time in big league, 12 hits in a row, and I said, "Wow." So in Kansas City, I threw him in 3-2 breaking ball. I struck him out for the first time, and he was mad. He started talking a lot of things, and I got mad, and I told him, next time I'm going to throw you in the head. It was like that. I was mad too. So anyway, I wasn't like that. He came back to hit, and I threw a fastball away and hit, and that's it. Because when I face those kind of hitters, and they are great hitters, I don't like to go in 3-2 count, 2-2 count. He's gonna get me. He's gonna get me my first pitch. They're gonna get him in the first pitch. He get a hit, and that was the way that I pitched in the big league.
Nice.
Wow. Go ahead. What was your question, Gio, that you had?
Ed, I was gonna ask you. Y yo creo que you already answered this question for me. Pero ¿qué te motivó a ti a strive, es decir, tú sabes que adicional de lo bueno que tú eras, como te digo, yo a lo mejor ya me contestaste la pregunta, pero ¿qué te motivó a decir, man, yo quiero llegar al stage de las grandes ligas? ¿Cuál fue tu motivación?
Bueno, cuando uno empieza a jugar béisbol, when you start playing baseball in the little league, whatever, and you growing up, you know, then when you are 13, 14, you play baseball because you love baseball, you want to play baseball. You don't have that in your mind that you want to play in the big league when you are 14, 15, 16, 17. That is not true. So you because you like baseball, you want to play and you want to play. So 1966, when they had the Caribbean Games in Puerto Rico for the first time, and I was only 15 years old with the team, baseball Puerto Rico team, pitching, and I pitched so good that somebody told me that they want to sign me to play professional baseball. And that was the day that I said, yes, I want to be a professional baseball player.
Big leaguer.
Big leaguer. And that was when this guy from the New York Mets, it was a Puerto Rican guy, Nino Escalera, and Red Murph, he was from the New York Mets too. They came to Puerto Rico and they talked to me and I signed with the New York Mets. 1967.
So I think you were like 17, right?
Yeah.
Now signing at the age of 17. I mean, were your parents against it? Maybe, I mean, kind of a young age to be signing with the big leagues, right? Don't you think? Or
no, in Puerto Rico they do that. They sign early. They want you have the tools to play baseball. If you are 16, 17, and they sign you. You know, no anymore. Now they have to go to the draft and things like that. But in Dominican Republic, they can sign anybody, no matter what age they are. But in Puerto Rico, no anymore. When I was born, when I was in 16, you can sign at that age.
Wow.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Joe.
Ed, your parents, I mean, what was that feeling? I know we're talking about you, but what was that feeling when their son like gets signed that young to play the next stage?
Well, you know, when that happened, these two people went to my house. I was only 17. I got my brother with me, you know, because I didn't speak any English when I was 17. But my brother, they speak the language, and we went together in the house, and they were talking about it. And they asked me. I said, yes, I want to sign. I want to play professional baseball. Why not? And they were happy about it. And it was an adventure because when I signed, I have to come to the United States and didn't speak any English.
Well, yeah, it's definitely an
So the only way that I get where I want to go was because they wrote in a piece of paper what I have to do, what airplane to take, what bus do I have to take, what town am I going. And I went through that piece of paper and I get there. And when that was with the New York Mets. When I get there, my last trip was a Greyhound bus. So when I get there, there was a guy there waiting for me.
Wow.
And he told me he was a baseball player for the New York Mets. And he told me, "Are you at Figueroa?" I said, because he said Figueroa. Yeah, Figueroa. And he told me, "Oh, okay, listen, you go with me." He was doing all kind of thing. So he told me, "Listen, my name is Nolan Ryan. I play for the New York Mets. You're gonna drive with me." And I said, "Fine." So that was the first time that I met Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
And I remember that when next day when we went to the game, he was pitching that night. I didn't know what the pitcher that he was when he was 18. He was 18, 19. But I was sitting in the dugout and he was throwing in the bullpen before the game. I hear noise, big noise there. And that was his fastball. It was so hard that you can hear the all over the stadium when he threw the fastball.
Wow. You can hear the impact of it.
En la mascota, en la pan.
Yeah, in the glove, you can hear the sound. So he went over there, he pitched, and he got 19 strikeouts. I won 5-2, something like that. So I said to myself, wow, do I have to throw like that to win games? I say I was only in the 92, 93, and I didn't throw 100 like Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
But it wasn't like that, you know. From that day on, I learned that you don't have to throw hard to win, because next day
Eso.
it was my turn.
Wow.
It was my turn to pitch, and I won 2-0 with the same team that he won 5-2. So I said I don't have to throw that hard to be a winner. So that was a
Yeah.
Wow.
good
You
feeling.
know what, Jay? I like his style. I like his attitude. Like, you know what? I don't have to be like him. I'm gonna be myself. I love that from you, Mr. Ed. So que
Absolutely.
tú fuiste con tu actitud y no fuiste a decir yo voy a ser mejor que este o voy a ser mejor que aquel, sino fuiste tú y mira dónde te llevó eso, por ser amable y humilde.
Yo nunca, cuando lanzaba en cualquier equipo de Grandes Ligas, yo estaba pendiente a lo que yo hacía, ¿verdad? A mi juego.
Eso.
No me preocupaba si Guidry ganaba 10 juegos corridos. Me preocupaba que yo ganara 5 juegos corridos. ¿Entiendes?
Wow.
Y Guidry podía ganar 100 juegos. Yo ganaba 20 y estoy contento. A mí me importa lo que yo ganaba.
That's
Lo
awesome.
hice por mi equipo. Y siempre fui así. Siempre pensé en el trabajo que yo podía hacer en Grandes Ligas y lo logré. Lo logré.
Hey Ed, can you still get on the mound and throw a few pitches?
Well, I can get in the mound just to throw the first pitch in any game.
I love it. Have you ever come back to Yankee Stadium for like old timers night or anything like that?
I've been there maybe about in the old Yankee Stadium. In the new one, I was there. I was there in the new one. Then in the last 7 years, they haven't invited me because there are so many baseball players that they have to invite.
Yeah.
So they haven't invited me again. So hopefully maybe next year, when this thing go away.
Well, if you ever come to New York City, can you please let us know? Because
Yes.
we would like to catch up with you, man, in person.
Absolutely, yes.
I got your telephone number. So no problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, hey, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, all right?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm here with 2-time World Series champion, Edward Figueroa. Ed Figueroa. Padilla.
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 Desde Puerto Rico.
We say it in America. Padilla.
Yeah, I
I know.
Yeah. But all right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Gio, lo fuimos.
Nos fuimos.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
And a big double play, 1, 2, 3. Crowd on its feet. Figueroa. Oh, this could be a 1-2-3 double play. It is. Holy cow! 1-2-3 double play. You couldn't ask for anything better. Good play by Figueroa. If the ball got over his head, that was trouble. Let's watch it again. He got it. Oh, Figueroa blocked it with his body. Holy cow! He had no idea. He was trying to get out of the way of that ball and it hit him. Struck out 2. Deep center field. Rivers. Just see him. Here they go. 5 strikeouts for Figueroa. Crowd standing. They want the Yankees to win. They want Figueroa to get number 20. Base hit. They'll put them back in their seats.
Welcome to Spark City Smoke and Vape, located at 815 Lafayette Boulevard, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
all right. You guys are welcome back to
Yes.
Live with Jason and Gio. We have a living legend here on the virtual hot seat, directamente de Puerto Rico, Ed Figueroa. Ed, how you feeling so far with the interview?
That was great. That was a good presentation that you have there. Thank you.
That presentation was all you.
No, that was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we did our homework.
That was a lot of memories right there that I like.
Oh yeah, and I think that game there was that the 20th victory that you had consecutive. I think that was the game, right?
That was when I was with Monson. That I was grabbing Monson by the neck. That was the game.
Okay. Okay. So listen. What I want to do is really quick. I want to play a video, Ed. I want to play a video that someone sent to me, and he just wants to give you a shout out. He wants to speak to you, live right here on the show. So I'm going to play this video, and did this directly a message for you. Okay.
For you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hola Ed, ¿cómo está? Primero quiero darle las gracias para darnos esta oportunidad a la ciudad de Bridgeport y el estado de Connecticut para conocerlo un poquito más mejor. Tú eres una de las gran leyendas de los Yankees. El primer boricua que ha ganado 20 juegos corridos. That's an amazing accomplishment. I'm so happy and so blessed to have been able to bring you to Super Elite Entertainment for this interview. No sabe qué orgullo siento yo en mi corazón para este momento. Y cuando lleguemos nosotros allá para Puerto Rico, te vamos a visitar en el nombre de Dios. Gracias por esta oportunidad, Ed Figueroa. Figgy, te quiero mucho. Y para adelante, número 1, number 1 ace, Ed Figueroa. Tenemos que toditos comprarle esa camisa de número 31 with the Figueroa on the back. Te quiero mucho, Figgy, y gracias por esta oportunidad. Eres un gran caballero y un gran pelotero. El ace de los Yankees, Ed Figueroa. Te quiero mucho.
Wow, tremendo mensaje from our good friend Edward Figueroa. His name is, get the same name like you.
Yeah, he got himself Figgy too. Fig. That is
Figgy.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
So that was a message that he sent to us this morning. We had to make sure that we play that message for you because Ed Figueroa, man, he loves you. He loves you very much.
I know. I talked to him a lot. We wrote on Facebook. He's a great person. I like it. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So, Ed, what I want to do is I want to show one more video. I know I'm loaded with videos, but I just want to show one more video of you in action. And I believe this video might be Yankee Stadium. I might be wrong, but I just enjoy watching these videos because you're here with us live on the show. And at the same time, the videos that I'm playing are actually you. So, I'm just honored, man, to be able to have you on the show tonight, man.
Icon over here, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this video, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Home attendance figure in Yankee history and third highest in the American League. That's what all the uproar is about in the background as Wayne Cage walks up there. 1 for 3. It's a strike. Foul ball. And this crowd reacting. They usually get to their feet. And they're starting now. Just see them. Here they go. 5 strikeouts for Figueroa. Gary Alexander, the batter. He popped to the second baseman. He flied to center. And he struck out in the 7th. Figueroa to get number 20. Base hit. That'll put them back in their seats. $55,219 here today. Dwayne Kuiper is the batter. He bounced out to the second baseman. In the second, he flied to left in the fourth, and he flied to left in the seventh. Lucky Dent boots it, flips in time. Ball game's over. Yankees win it. And look at the Yankee bench coming out to greet Figueroa, who is a happy young man. Figueroa shuts out the Cleveland Indians 7-0. A 5-hitter, and everybody coming out. Gene Michael, Bob Lemon. There he is, the first native-born Puerto Rican to ever win 20 games in the major leagues. Tony Kubek, did you see him? Left me, and hopefully we'll have a chance to visit with Figueroa as he heads into the dugout. So the New York Yankees clinch a tie, and it goes down to tomorrow to see who will be the division
How
leader.
impressive was that, Gio?
Man,
Ed, that was the big game where you captured that 20th win as a Latino Boricua. And that puts you in the history books. That puts you, I mean, people are still talking about that game, which was in what, 1977, 78, around there? What was that game?
1978.
78? Yeah. And people are still talking about that game today. A record that still stands.
Yeah. That game was a big game not only for me, it was a big game for the New York Yankees. Because by winning that game, we tied with Boston to play the playoff game in Boston, so we can go to the playoff with Kansas City to win the division. So that game was the most important game of the season for the New York Yankees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even imagine when you won, when you got that shutout game and you got that 20th victory. I mean, the dugout, everybody just came running out of the dugout. The 55,000 fans packed in the arena, going crazy. Yeah. What was going through your mind at that moment?
Okay. Remember that I said that when I was pitching, I never looked the fans. That was between Monson and the hitters. And it was a lot of noise in the stadium. And I know that it was a lot of noise in the stadium because my family was there, brothers, cousins, about 27 people that they live past for them. A lot of people, a lot of family. So they told me, what was going on, what they were saying, because my concentration was the hitter and Monson. Get the guy out. And I wasn't able to listen to all that noise. Maybe I hear a little bit, but I don't know what they were talking about. So that was good. But when I finished the game, and I grabbed Monson, and then I walked to the dugout, and all my teammates came up, and policemen, everybody, and that was unbelievable. That was a great feeling. And I got my hair, my heart, But I was so happy about it that I never forget that day, never.
That's awesome, man. I can't even imagine what a great accomplishment that must have been for you in your career. All the hard work, everything that you put into it, led you to that one great opportunity. And I thank you for that opportunity because you represented us as a Latino. And you represented our Isla de Encanto, Puerto Rico, right there in that game.
Yeah.
What a great opportunity, man.
That
Gio, you had a question, right?
Yes.
That game that I won the 20th, that was the 7th game that I won in the month of September. That was 7-0 in September. That is not easy to do.
Wow.
Because I told the manager that I want to pitch every 4 days. I was able to pitch seven games and win 7 games.
Wow.
That was the reason we won. That was the only reason.
So not only you knew that you, I mean, the franchise, they knew, they said, you know what, this game is very important, so we have to put the right guy for the game. And they execute that decision by putting Mr. Figueroa in the game.
Absolutely.
So they knew, they said, you know what, this game is important, we need to win, so let's put the right guy to execute this. And you did it. You did it. That's really proud.
Yeah, they know.
Absolutely.
They know. Billy Martin, when Billy Martin was fired, it was Bob Lemon was there. Billy got fired in June, July, something like that. And they know that I love to pitch. I always, when I pitch again, I pitch 8, 9 innings. I never go there for 3 or 4 innings. I always pitch good and stay late in the game. And that is the reason, they count on me a lot when I was in the mound.
That's good.
Wow.
That's good.
So go ahead, Jim.
Real quick, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. Look, I got some questions here that I wrote, personally wrote,
And he even brought a bat.
but I'm not using anyone. I'm just going with the flow because this is my dictionary, baseball. I grew up in the baseball field and everything, and after an injury, I decided to become a baseball umpire, right? And when I'm umpiring games at all levels, and I see the pitchers getting like frustrated with my call because para mí it's a little bit outside, so I call ball the first time, then I call ball the second time, and then they start getting attitude. You, and as a pitcher, when you I can't I can't count to te diste cuenta, like, okay, you know what, I gotta make some adjustment. So like you catch it quick para hacer el adjustment.
Yeah, well, yes. I remember that every time that I went to the mound, I told Monzo, tell the umpire that I'm gonna be hitting the corners in and out. It's gonna be my pitching every time. And Monson said, yeah, they know it. Tell them. They might forget to look for the fastball inside and away. So I get my mind prepared for that. I was that kind of pitcher. I just
Nice.
Wow.
I get 2-0 because the umpire called the strike a ball. Who cares? I went over there and throw and came back and throw a strike again. So
Good.
So, Ed, I have a question for you. Because you played in the 70s and your career ended around in the early 80s. So let's talk about really quick. Well, not really today's baseball, because I don't really follow baseball like I used to. But I just wanted to put a picture on the screen right now, and I want you to tell me, what do you think about these individuals in this picture? You being a former Yankee in the pinstripe, you have 2 World Series rings. What do you think about these amazing individuals in this picture right here? The core 4: Posada, Mariano, Jeter, and Andy Pettitte. What do you think about those guys?
well, Mariano was a good one of the best relievers for sure. The catcher was good. I just don't remember.
Posada. Jorge Posada.
He was a good catcher. Petit, he pitched good. They were a good pitcher. I don't know. I think that they were they named those guys the whatever the core 4.
The core 4.
Because they just came up together to the big league, and they were the only one. Yeah, they came up from the minor league and they are playing together. But they were good players. Players. I think that when I play, I think that we have a lot of guys like that. I mean, you can pick 4 great players.
Nice.
That was it.
Well, listen, what do you think about this? Because when you were playing ball, I mean, during your time, you guys pitched the whole entire game, nine innings straight through. what do you think about baseball now, where starters are pitched 3, 4, 5 innings, 6 innings, and they're fatigued, and they got to get taken out of the game?
They ask me that question a lot, and what is bad about it? When I was pitching, we pitch 9 innings, complete games, things like that. That we don't get that publicity that we deserve. This guy, they come now. They pitch 5, 6 innings, and they say, "Wow, they have a quality game, quality pitchers." They put for 5 innings, they are the great pitcher, and they are not. Those 4 guys there in the pitcher that you put. Those guys, we go over there for 9 innings. We never go over there for 4 innings, because that was the way we pitched in the 70s. But this guy now, that is a guy in New York. He's a good pitcher. I like it. He throws hard, good breaking ball. I think that is a right-handed pitcher, DeGrom or something like that. He's a right-handed right now for the best pitcher they have. DeGrom or DeBron or something like that. Right-handed pitcher. Okay. That guy, last year he won 7 games and he won the Cy Young Award.
Wow.
7 games. Year before he won 11 games and he won the Cy Young Award. And in my time, I won 19, 20, whatever, and I didn't have any chance to win the Cy Young Award,
No acknowledgement.
This is what you won. You won the ball for the game, right?
that is the how best.
That's a trophy. There you go, Ed. You got the ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the it's unbelievable.
That's no, definitely. So, current Yankees right now. I'm just wondering, what do you think about Aaron Judge?
Wow, Josh is an easy hitter to pitch to him. He's big, strong. I faced a lot of hitters like him, strong like him, big like him, and I was able to get him out. But Josh, if you have a good fastball, 94, 95, you can pitch him inside, no problem. And then you come with a slider in the outside corner, and he's done. The same way with the Stanton. It's the same way. Those 2 guys, they are strong, but they are easy to pitch to them. Easy to pitch.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
if you watch those guys, face good pitcher that throw 96, 97, they don't have any chance. But when they face pitcher that throw 90, 92, fastball over the play and breaking ball, they kill those guys. But go ahead.
Wow. So, Ed, when it comes to the pitches that you used to throw, fastball, breaking ball, change up, all those different pitches that you throw, would you say it's kind of dangerous to start teaching little league players how to throw those type of, at what point should a young youth who's playing baseball start learning how to throw those different types of pitches?
When I was 7 years old, 8, I started playing baseball, and I was a breaking ball pitcher, and at that age,
wow,
a lot of breaking balls, because sometimes when you have a game, you play with a friend of yours in the street, throwing with the tennis ball. The tennis ball, and tennis ball is hard to throw a breaking ball with, and I was able to throw breaking ball with the tennis ball. And
wow!
And when I came to play baseball, growing up and pitching, I had that great breaking ball, and I have a good breaking ball all my life, but I never have any problem with my arm until 1979, 1980.
Wow!
But I don't mind. I don't mind to go over there and throw breaking ball. It's how many breaking ball you throw.
Yeah.
Because to have a good arm, you have to have a strong arm, and the only way to have it is just work on it.
What was your training? To get the arm strong. Let me ask you something. Tú mencionaste el tennis ball. ¿Tú eras uno de esos que abría el tennis ball y le ponía chavito para que fuera más pesado?
No, pero La única forma de uno fortalecer el brazo, por eso es que tantos lanzadores que tienen el Tommy John Surgery.
Okay.
Esos muchachos vienen y nosotros, los puertorriqueños, jugaban en Puerto Rico. We play in Puerto Rico. I mean, we play here in the United States. Pitch about 215, then we play winter ball in Puerto Rico again.
Sí.
And pitch about 80 more over there, over 300 innings. And that was good for my arm because I was getting my arm strong enough to go back to the big league and be a good pitcher. This guy now, this guy in the big league, they only play in the big league. They don't play in the winter league. And they just go over there and throw 5 innings, and they have problem with their arm, you know. And you have to throw. You have to keep the run by getting your arm stronger. You have to go and throw the ball, long distance. You can throw long distance, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
Nice. That's good.
Hey, when did you realize, man, I have some heat in this hand? When did you realize that you can throw the ball and you can throw the pitches and you can hit the strike zone and you have the ability to strike people out? When did you realize that?
Oh, when I was 11, 12.
Wow.
I remember that I was playing Little League in Puerto Rico, and we won the championships in Puerto Rico, and we went to Maine to play there, Little League. From there, the winner go to the World Series. So Puerto Rico, we went there, and I was throwing my breaking ball fastball good. I lost the game, the game that we're supposed to win to go to the World Series. I lost that one 1-0, a no-hitter. I throw a no-hitter. I lost 1-0 because the shortstop make an error, ground ball or whatever, and the runner scored, and I lost 1-0. But from that day on, I know that I can throw the fastball and breaking ball and get the guys out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when you're on the mound and you're pitching, for example, with the Yankees, you're having a bad night. You know, you're not hitting the pocket. You're not hitting, the corners where you're supposed to hit it to target. You're walking people. You give up a home run. You walk another one. Give up a grand slam. I mean, you're having a bad night. What is that like?
Well, I going to erase the grand slam. I never gave a one. I'm going to erase that.
Okay. I would just say. That's the good thing. So that means you were a good pitcher then, if you didn't give up a grand slam.
But I remember I was pitching to the White Sox in Chicago.
I'm going to erase that.
That day I was wild, and I never walked 5 guys in 4 innings. I was doing that in the 4th inning, so I didn't know what I was doing in the mound. And I looking at the pitching coach there and tried to get some help, but he was talking to Billy or whatever about where he gonna drink tonight or whatever. Anyway. So I walked the number 5 hitter, and Billy sent the pitching coach to the mound. And he came to me and I asked him, listen, Al Fowler, that was his name, Al Fowler. I said, what I'm doing wrong? Why I'm so wild, Hey, you know what he told me? He said, I don't know what you're doing wrong, but Billy say if you walk another guy, he's going to take you out of the game.
I'm like, okay.
Wow.
What kind of pitching coach is that? That one was but
motivation.
yeah, but I didn't have that many games that I worked that many guys. Really, I just went 2, 3, none.
Nice.
Good.
That's awesome. So, my last question to you, because we're starting to creep up on our 1 hour interview, Ed. And I don't want to hold you any longer because I know you're out there in Puerto Rico in that beautiful island and you got that beautiful heat outside waiting for you. But if you were to give some advice to any young kid that might be watching the show right now, what would your advice be to them at this moment?
Well, I can give the same advice that I give to my son, Eduardo. He lives in Australia now. He was a professional baseball player when he was growing, and I told him just to work hard. He loved baseball. I told him to work hard, to study. I want him to study too, to be a good player, to be a nice kid. He was a nice kid, a good person. play, and if you don't hit that day, you're okay, fine. Next time you get it, and do a lot of running and respect the manager. That is important. So that was and the family. The family. We are the one, not the manager, but we are the one who have to take care of our kids when they're playing baseball and teach them what they have to do, how they talk to other people or things like that. Because I don't think the manager is like the teacher. They are there just to do everything for your kid. You as a father, you have to do your thing.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely, man. We truly appreciate those beautiful words of advice that you just gave to the viewing audience. And, we have a good amount of people that's watching and people that's listening to us on our podcast. And Ed, this has been a great honor and a privilege to be able to have you join us
Thank you.
virtually from Puerto Rico. Man, I'm just really humbled for this great opportunity. Gio, you have any other questions for Ed?
No, thank you so much, man. Muchas gracias por esta oportunidad. Y what you just say, o sea, la disciplina viene desde la casa.
That,
So, lo que sí te da saber a los niños es que pueden llegar a donde quieran, siempre y cuando haya una disciplina y unos principios desde la casa. So, eso es el punto que yo vi que tú acabas de decir, correcto.
exactamente, eso es bien importante. Eso es bien importante. Todo sale de la casa, tú sabes. Los padres, eso es lo importante que el desarrollo de su hijo.
Los padres, you see, that's deep, Jay.
Mhm.
It's come from parenting and from the house, so.
The support got to be there, man.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
guidance and the leadership got to be there.
Yeah.
And but this has been great, man. How you feel, Gio?
Yes, I'm good. Ed, I want to let you know, esta es mi primera entrevista desde que estoy con Jay.
His first interview.
Y es con una leyenda, esto va para el libro de la historia. Hay
Uh-huh.
mucha gente familiares, nos están viendo desde Colombia, nos están viendo desde Santo Domingo, desde la Florida, desde Texas.
Arizona.
Esta entrevista va desde Bridgeport para el mundo.
That's right.
So, muchas gracias por sacar de tu tiempo y pasarla con nosotros y por haber hecho una realidad y un sueño para mí entrevistar a un pelotero de las Grandes Ligas que yo lo que hago es desayuno, almuerzo y como béisbol.
He does. He really does.
No, pero yo quiero darle I want to thank you guys, for inviting me. I don't do that many interviews, really. I just,
Wow.
I got a few phone calls from Jess Channel or whatever, but I don't do that many. But I say, let's go and do this one. This one for you guys, Puerto Rican people, just like me.
Oh man, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I want to get there, and Edward Figueroa too. So I just want to thank you guys for inviting me, and have a great time. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you very much. And before we let you go, I just got one last question for you. You won 2 World Series. Where's the bling at? Where's the rings at, man?
Bling bling.
They are safe place.
Safely.
They're in a safe place, huh? That's awesome, man. Ed, congratulations on an amazing career. Congratulations on all your accomplishments and for how far you have come from just playing on the streets with your friends all the way to being able to suit up in pinstripes and pitching in one of the most famous stadiums in the Major League Baseball history, Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
You have made us Latinos proud of you, but also you have made us Latinos look really, really good. And you showed the world that us Latinos and Boricuas, that we have what it takes to be victorious and to do what you have done in the industry of baseball. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for the interview, Ed. We truly appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All righty. Take care. God bless. And we'll be in contact. We're going to come and see you in Puerto Rico.
Eso, así mismo es. Muchas gracias.
You got my phone number. Just let me know.
Seguro que
Absolutely.
sí.
I'm locking it in as soon as we get done with the show.
Okay.
Nos fuimos.
Puerto Rico, nos vemos. Gracias.
Take care, Ed. I appreciate you.
Okay, take care.
All right, Gio. So, I mean, what do you think?
Bro, amazing, man. Great, humble person. I mean, I love it. Everything about him is the right attitude for any kind of sport, and that's dedication, passion. And at one point, he stated that you don't have to be good. You don't have to throw 100 miles per hour.
Yep.
You just have to have the dedication and the passion to do the sport. boxing, track and field, wrestling, anything. If you had that passion, go for it. That's what I got for this interview, Jay.
No, absolutely, man. And I just, like I said, and I repeat myself, I just love that he's a Boricua, a Latino, and
Yes.
and to be able to be so accomplished in Major League Baseball and to do what he did, that's what you call true hard work and dedication.
Yes.
And he made us look really, really good. So, I just want to say thank you again to Ed Figueroa. And I'm humbled for this opportunity of being able to have him here on the show. I wish he was here live, meaning in person on the hot seat, but he was with us virtually from Puerto Rico. So that in itself is a great opportunity. And we're gonna continue, Jason and Gio, we're gonna continue trying to bring to you guys the best shows, the best interviews, the best of the best that we possibly can from right here in the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut, Gio. And by the way, Gio, for your first interview ever, you did an outstanding job. You were on the money. You were on point. And you brought some great questions with you, Gio. So congratulations to you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to Super Early Entertainment. And let me tell you something. I can't fit on my shoes right now, man. I'm so excited, so happy. And Ed Figueroa, Edwin, he said he don't give too many interviews, and he gave the opportunity to Super Early Entertainment live with Jason and Gio from the greatest city of Bridgeport.
From Bridgeport al mundo.
Al mundo.
Wow. So you guys, thank you so much. Before I go, I just want to acknowledge some of you that are watching. I see Bruno De Leon on the check-in. I see my mother's watching way out there in Arizona. Justin Skiba, I see you watching as well. He's saying awesome. Wanda Flores is saying great job, guys. Thank you for your support, Wanda. Who else is watching? Natalia, I see you, Nati. I see you, Janice Tavares. I see my uncle way out there he's down south as well. He's saying, hi, Pa, Uncle Tito. Remember him back in the 70s? Wow. My Uncle Tito remembers him from back in the 70s. Good. And he's saying that Ed Figueroa was a great, great player. Who else is watching? My buddy, our friend, George Cintron. One of, if not the best Bridgeport Police Department detective right here in the city of Bridgeport. The best homicide detective.
I'm proud that I got to meet him, great guy.
That's right. Charlton Donaldson says, saludos de Costa Rica. Costa Rica
is in the house.
Wow, Costa Rica is watching as well. Yep, and let's see who else. Let's see who else is watching before. Oh, Christina Diaz, she's saying, let's go. Vamos a ver quién más. Natalia, I already mentioned Natalia, but yeah, a lot of people tuned in tonight. Thank you for this opportunity. If you're watching on regular Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook Watch, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on the website, thank you guys so much for your love and for your support. As you know, we do this each and every week at 8 o'clock. We try to bring you the best exclusive interviews from around the world now, as you can see.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if the person is here live virtually, live on the hot seat or live virtually from anywhere in the world. But Gio, lo fuimos, okay?
Nos fuimos.
Anything else you want to say to the viewing audience?
No, listen, thank you so much for spending this time with live with Jason and Gio. And I'm going to steal his word. If you know somebody that should, be in this show, the greatest show of the whole state. I'm not gonna say Bridgeport, the greatest show of Connecticut.
Hey.
Live with Rodriguez.
No. Live with Jason and Gio.
Jason and Gio, Jason Rodriguez. Send us the info, and we are ready for anyone. Just bring it. Yeah,
go onto our website, www.supereliteentertainment.com. Send us that person's info. We'll bring them into the studio and feature them in on our hot seat. Or you can reach out to Gio directly. You can direct message him on Instagram or Facebook or myself. And Gio will get back to me. I'll get back to Gio. And we're in communication and in contact each and every day. So, yeah, if you know someone that should be on our show, hit us up, man. Send us that information, Gio. I don't know. I guess we're done, man. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for the opportunity.
Ed Figueroa, thank you so much.
¿Lo fuimos?
¿Lo fuimos?
I don't know if I want to go yet. No, lo fuimos. You guys, God bless. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.
Bye.
Evolution Sport Bar Café, el mejor ambiente de Bridgeport, Connecticut, presenta Jueves de Karaoke y Happy Hour, Viernes de Ladies Night, donde las damas entran gratis la noche entera.
¡Qué chévere!
Sábado de Fusion Day y los domingos son de rumba, con especial toda la noche. Además, todos los días días mezclando en vivo los DJ más duros, con los mejores especiales en bebidas y aperitivos. Muévete al lugar donde se vive la noche. Evolution Sport Bar Café, 1279 North Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Reservas al 203-908-1588. Evolution Sport Bar Café, el mejor ambiente.